This your boy, Shamantruths, bro. I just gotta drop this video real quick. Yo, you just wanna make sure that you're doing your spiritual hygienes right now. Spiritual protection. you know, even if you don't feel nobody, you doing no evil eye. Even if you don't feel it, you just want that momentum, that acceleration around you. So in the future and in the present, you're protecting yourself from no debris from connecting to you. You know what I'm saying? So just always make sure that you're every day, you're doing something. You know, a little goes a long way. It's all energy. So just make sure you're doing something. And if you got a counterpart, send them some love. It won't take much because it's all energy. Send them a little love, send them a little prayer their way. They'll be all right. But that's what they're telling us to be more proactive on, is just sending out that protective energy around us. Because we got the tools to do it. If you're son here, if you son to me, you got some tools. You may not even know you got tools to protect yourself. But you got tools to protect yourself, to make sure that you ain't got no weird shit lingering around. Just every day, make sure you're doing a little something. A little can go a long way because it's all energy. By you doing nothing, come on, you're just letting the energy sit. Do something for yourself. Intention goes a long way. Confirmation with the notification I heard in the background. Intention goes a long way when you're utilizing protective things like protective formula, stuff like that. You're not going to have any weird delays, no petty delays, if you always make sure that your spiritual boundaries are up, because that's what it is. You got to make sure your spiritual boundaries are up at all times to make sure you don't have no leaky defense. You have that iron guard winky right defense. You don't have that leaky defense like your your Caleb Plant fighting with the Philly shell that you're not really good at utilizing. No, you're gonna fight like winky right, hands up at all times, catching shit. You don't want to be like Caleb Plant, fighting with the Philly shell that he haven't even mastered the Philly shell, but he's over here pop shotting with his hands down. You don't want to be like Caleb Plant. You want to be like Winky Wright. You want to be like Arthur Betterbeef. You want to make sure your fundamentals are never overlooked. You want to make sure you're sticking to the fundamentals. You don't want to overlook the fundamentals, and you know what I mean. You just want to make sure that you're on your shit. Just make sure that your defense is up to par. Don't have any holes in your defense. That's what they're telling us to do right now, to keep our spiritual hygienes up and to make sure that we're protecting ourselves. Because you got to think, you're going through gates. People will kill to go through. So people gonna be sending you all type of shit. People are hating, man, because you got to think, you're passing by. You're passing by. So people gonna have some type of way. Because what I'm picking up, you got some holy energy, and you passing by, motherfuckers gonna feel some type of way. So you gotta make sure you're protecting yourself. You know what I mean? Nigga, my whole style, I got a whole style of me protecting myself. Like my whole lingo. You know what I be rocking, nigga. My whole lingo is me protecting myself. Don't get me wrong, I'm ramping it up because this is more I can do. But just me being me and how I operate, I'm a protective talisman. So, that's just how you want to be. You want to have everything around you that can protect you, because, you know what I mean? As we ascend, you got to think people are dropping more darker. You know what I mean? Because not everybody is ascending. There's people descending farther below than where they're at. So you just got to keep that in mind. People are falling more below as you rise. You know what I mean? So you don't want nobody trying to pull you down with you, with them and shit. So you got to make sure you're staying on your shit, because people are going to pass by and project, bro. You're passing by. It's just how the game go. That's just how the game go. You're gonna get some boos. People gonna be throwing shit at you, energetic wise. Hopefully not physically, but it's just like a hill going through a crowd. you're bound to get some things thrown at you. So just know that. You're bound for somebody to throw an evil eye or some magic to slow you down. So you just want to make sure that you're protecting yourself. You know, it's actually, it's just you not being lazy and you being persistent. That's it. Don't be lazy when it comes to you protecting yourself. Just do the little things that go a long way. You know, like return to senders, sending protective energies around you. You feel me? Talisman, shit like that. Rocking crystals. And if I had to tell you what crystal to get right now, is to get a meteorite. All right? You get meteorite and you get some angelites. All right? And you get some hematite. Angelite, meteorite, and hematite. You can't forget about the tourmaline, you know? But the black tourmaline is good for the evil eye and shit. You know what I mean? The angelite will get you connected to your divinity. The hematite will make sure you're grounded and you're picking up on your frequency. You know what I mean? The tektite will get you connected to the galactic forces. You know, keeps you connected to your galactic family, keeps your chakras aligned. You know, crystals are a good thing to have. I remember back in the day when I wasn't this adept in what I am, I used to rely on crystals heavily, bro. I used to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on crystals, bro. Like, I kid you not. I remember I had a breakthrough because I had Moldavite on. You know, I remember my life changed hella when I had that Moldavite. Did I go to LA? Dude, man, I think, I think I went to California because I had Moldavite. So, if you were looking for your life to change dramatically, get some Moldavite. But if you're not ready for your life to change, don't get no Moldavite. Get tektite. It's more calmer, but make sure that your Moldavite is official. But it's good to have even a little piece of Moldavite because it will protect you. But it's an intense energy. That's why you get a little bit of hematite, or you know what I mean. You get something to protect you when it comes to that intense energy. But that's what they're telling us to do. You know, don't forget about the crystals. Don't forget about utilizing magic to protect yourself. You know, just do it every day because you're going through doors that people will kill for. You know, so you just gotta make sure that you're protecting yourself. You know, you're going through doors that people will kill for, bro. So you just gotta make sure you're protecting yourself. You're passing by. So when you're passing by, you got all type of people. You know, you don't have divine people you're walking by all the time. So you gotta make sure you're protecting yourself. You know. But that's about it. I decided to drop that real quick. You know, just make sure that you're protecting yourself right now, bro. I just, every day I do a little something every day because I know how people are. These niggas are out here working overtime. You feel me? They're working overtime. So I'm working overtime. You know, just don't forget. There's just things that you can do to protect yourself and to continue to keep that white bubble of light around you so nothing can get in your way while you locked in. And the more you do it consistently every day, even when you don't feel nothing, that's momentum. That's momentum. You know, that's acceleration. You want to keep it up. Even if you don't feel like something off, you want to continue doing your spiritual hygienes, you know? Keep cleansing. Keep listening to frequencies that cuts off cords that you don't need. I actually have Ultimate Godhead. See, I got all my music back. Thank God I got all my music back. But I have a frequency called Ultimate Godhead. It will keeps you connected to your divinity, helps you get downloads. It cuts off connections with parasites. It sends like a whistle sound to the people trying to pull on your energy. So it's a good sound. It's a good sound to have. You know, it's called Ultimate Godhead. Just type in E.G. Fisker, Ultimate Godhead. You will find it. Just play that in the morning, play that at night. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to start doing that. Play it in the morning and playing it at night to cleanse my energy when I sleep so nothing attaching to me while I sleep and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because people be stalking you in your sleep and shit, even if you don't know. People are weird, bro. People use their darkness to find out wicked shit. So not everybody uses darkness in a way to balance out justice. You know what I'm saying? Some people use their darkness for wicked things. So so some people can find out when you're going to sleep to try to go in your dreams and shit. So you want to play this type of shit. You want to play this type of shit, especially if you don't know people been doing that. You want to make sure you keep in your defense sharp. You don't want to have no leaky holes in your defense. You want to make sure that you ain't got no holes, because it's crucial that you tighten up, because you're never going to be in the same type of energy. You're never going to be in the same place because you're accelerating. So we're not finna let nobody get in our way. All right? We're not finna let nobody get in our way. We locked in. If you in my way, I'm pushing you down, motherfucker. I'm slapping the shit out you. You in my way, motherfucker. I take it personal, you getting in my way. That's how you want to look at it. Motherfucker, take it personal, motherfucker, getting in your way. Because you know how many people got sacrificed for you to get here? Do you know how many people died for you to get here, bro? Like, it's not even funny, bro. I take this shit serious, bro. My ancestors died. I had my soul tribe died. You know what I mean? I had a lot of people die for me to get here, bro. I ain't playing around, nigga. I ain't playing around, nigga. I ain't even playing around for what's mine. I'll fight life or death for my divine inheritance. I'll fight life or death to fulfill my prophecy. I'll fight life and death to protect my peace. Straight up. I'll fight life or death. Nigga, that's how you want to be, bro. So just make sure that you're, spiritually arming yourself every day. Whether that's a prayer, do what you got to do, bro. A little bit goes a long way. My whole style is me protecting myself, man. Niggas think I be trying to, have swag, spiritual swag. I'm like, no, bro. That shit protects me, nigga. You know how much shit I got on me, nigga, that protect me? But my aura is so big, it ain't enough. You think it's enough, but it ain't enough, bro. I'm big as fuck. You know what I'm saying? I got to do a lot of shit. I got to do a lot of shit to protect my energy because I'm big as fuck. You know what I'm saying? When your aura big, bro, your aura can link in other fucking states, other countries and shit. So you want to make sure your aura is strong, bro. You don't want to have no holes in your aura, and your aura is up in Canada. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I mean? You want to make sure your aura ain't got no holes in it. And another thing, in order to keep yourself protected, don't put a lot of impure things in your body, like pharmaceuticals, stuff like that, because it'll put you in it'll put you in a mind space that isn't connected to no divinity. You're rolling off of chemical reactions. Sometimes you can be put in a delusional state to where your aura is altered until that drug is out your system, to where you want to be careful of just doing drugs right now. I know we have our fun, but there's some drugs you shouldn't do out here, bro. There's some drugs that'll alter your perception to where it's not going to do you no good. You know what I'm saying? Just for an example, you do some Adderall. There's a sweet spot in Adderall. If you do enough, your ass gonna be geeked. But it's not that time, because those pills aren't pure. And there's some things out there that was created synthetically that would connect you to the Godhead that we're not gonna speak about. But these are not that. These are not made with good intentions for the most part. So these things are, you know what I mean? You can't get no magic out of something that isn't made with magic. Even if you feel a delusional, euphoric state for a little bit, it's still not good for you, because what can come about that is decisions and energies and entities that you're not open to be invited in your vessel. So you want to make sure you're protecting yourself when you're doing certain things. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because I know a few people, they'll do some MDMA, they start acting gay. These niggas get Somali, they start acting gay and shit. You know what I mean? That's that delusional state. Like, bro, you love, but you ain't thinking right, bro. Now you doing gay shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, some people can't do certain things because they start acting weird. The thing starts taking over their body and shit. Now the entity's telling you to go suck this dude off. You know you don't want to do that. You know you don't want to suck that doodle, but that drug telling you to do it. So you want to be careful doing all these crazy drugs right now, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it ain't worth it. It is not worth it, bro. I got tested the other day. I passed my test, but it was hard. It was hard because you know me, nigga. I'm not to say I know my past, boy. I know my past, boy. That's all I'm finna say. I know who the fuck I am, so I know what I gotta stay away from. You know what I mean? I know who the fuck I am. There's certain things I can't do. You know what I'm saying? Just how the cookie crumble. But because I already know so as soon as I get on that shit, I'm trying to fuck. I'm not thinking right. You feel me? Like I can't be on that trying to fuck shit right now. No. I'm not meant for everybody. You know what I mean? So this by me, let's just say I did a little bit of that. Next thing you know, I'm trying to fuck. Next thing you know, I fuck this girl. Now I got a baby with her. Now I'm trapped with her. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Now you know what I mean? You just gotta be careful right now, bro. Don't do nothing that's gonna put you in an altered state to where you don't make the best decisions. Because some of this shit can be so fucking euphoric and strong, you can't help it. So that's why I'm letting you know, don't even put yourself in that corner, bro. Don't even put yourself in a situation you know it's going to be hard to get out of. You know what I'm saying? So, like, keep your vessel pure. If you want to deal with the weed, bro, that's up to you. But, you know, because I smoke a little bit of weed here and there that I probably got to leave alone because, you know how life is. But, you know, just be careful just doing shit right now, man. And I'm not telling you to be a square. But I'm just telling you want to protect your vessel. You don't want no extra going in there. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure that your aura has no holes in it. But yeah, man, that's about it. That's how to drop that shit. Make sure that you know, on your spiritual hygiene, that you always doing your protective work to protect yourself, you know? Because that's the key right now, to keep everything afloat. Just doing it every day, bro. Don't let something bad happen for you to get on your shit. Just keep doing it. Just keep doing it, bro, because it's doing something. A little goes a long way. That's what I mean. That's your boy. I'm out. Peace. If you want to hit that Cashapp, my Cashapp is EG Fisker 1. EJJIFISKER1. All lowercase with the 1 at the end. And if you want to check out my YouTube music, EG Fisker, EJJIFISKER. EG Fisker, all platforms. All my music is back up. 411 songs. Ain't gonna lie, some of them songs I fuck with, but bro, I've evolved over the years, and some of that stuff I wish I could do over. But like some of that stuff I'm real proud of, you know, because I've evolved over the years. I'm gonna just say that. I'm not gonna say I'm not proud of some of that music, but I wish I could have did it again to do it better, you know. But yeah, you can find me on there, man. I'm on there. But that's about it, man. I'm out. Peace.